boxing, confidence can be a fighter's best friend. But too much of it can lead to disaster. Daniel Dubin versus Razvan Kojanu.
Eye to eye is huge. A very, very big man indeed.
It's Joe Law versus Stevie McKenna. Joe Law entered the ring against Stevie McKenna with a big mouth and even bigger promises. He shouted about how he'd shock the world and knock McKenna out cold.
I couldn't stop. He's fought 14 plums. Do you think I'm going to get hit twice and go, I'm going to smash him straight back in the face? Who's willing to put it all on the line? In a drink champagne, you take chances. This is my chance. I'm taking it. So listen, Stephen, if you stand with me, you're going to end up getting knocked out.
Seems like he's a big puncher. You know, I have 13 knockouts. I had 14 fights of 7 first-round knockouts, and I think another first-round knockout will be coming. See if he can start swinging like that.
A 12-inch showcase damage. You're absolutely harmless. You're a child.
Joe Benwell Bomber Laws versus Steven the Hitman McKenna. A fight you are not going to want to miss, ladies and gentlemen.
But when the fight began, Law's confidence quickly faded. McKenna stayed calm and focused, sending Law to the canvas not once, but twice.
Breathtaking start! McKenna screaming at Laws across the ring as the referee has tried to feet planted wide, just pouring in with both fists. Laws leans in and tries to grab a hold of him. As soon as he does, the referee breaks the two of them.
McKenna, because we've seen this before when Laws is hurt, he's still dangerous.
And there's a right hand followed by a left from McKenna. And Laws is rocking and rolling here midway through the round. He'll do very well to get through this. McKenna just looking to tee off, and he did have a more alert, vital air to him at the start of the round. Down goes Laws again here.
By the third round, McKenna had finished the job with a knockout.
Can McKenna close what has been an utterly exhilarating show? Big right hand there from Laws. Checks the chin of McKenna again. Laws just managing to dip at the waist, but a good combination from McKenna. Finds him once again. He's trying to rip that left hand, but it doesn't land this time. He's stuck on the ropes here, Laws. He knows he has to get off it. And down he goes to a knee, and the towel has come in from the corner. He looks disappointed now, Joe Laws. But Matt Jones wasn't going to let that go on any longer. What a fight we have just seen. A 3-round shootout, the like of which you very rarely see.
Proving that in boxing, actions speak louder than words.
WBC International Silver Super Welterweight Champion, Steven the Hitman McKenna.
Gary O'Sullivan versus Anthony Fitzgerald.
Just remember what I told you. Shake hands, no noise with the head. Come out when you hear the bell. I do.
Gary O'Sullivan and Anthony Fitzgerald had a rivalry that spanned years, with trash talk and bad blood at every turn.
As he makes his way to the ring, if this is the fight he's been dodging, I don't see any signs of it. Remember, mate, this is a sport. Sometimes bad things that we don't like happen in this sport, and when you see behaviour like that before a fight starts.
But Fitzgerald made one final mistake when he shoved O'Sullivan at the press conference.
Guys. Guys, there's plenty of time for that on Saturday night. Listen, behave, one fist up to the cameras, right? Guys, that's it.
You can do all the kissing, you won't be doing that
fair. As soon as the bell rang, O'Sullivan went to work.
Yeah, O'Sullivan made a point before the introductions. Maybe it was a good point to make, but I don't like the way he did that, and he's making a second point now. He's landed solid shots straight away. He's bringing them up from his thighs, and Fitzgerald doesn't see them coming. A real solid left hand there landed. But I think he wants to show Fitzgerald that he's not bothered whatsoever about the power he possesses.
Absolutely nailed Fitzgerald there.
Unleashing a flurry of punches that left Fitzgerald flat on the mat in the first round.
It's counted there. Right hand flattened Fitzgerald, who's going to struggle to beat this count. He's all over the place. He's absolutely gone. And O'Sullivan is celebrating a first round stoppage. Explosive. Fitzgerald has no idea where he is. The legs have gone. That extra power we talked about it, Jim. Just look at what it's done to Fitzgerald. O'Sullivan, he kept his hands low and just fired them up. Hurtful looking punches.
His body language just suggested that he had nothing at all to worry about that Anthony Fitzgerald possessed. Put his hands down, didn't think about defence, and just let full power shots go. Every punch he threw was a finisher, and that one landed bang on the button. He'd already landed a couple of big shots before then, and the way he walked back to his corner, then midway through the count, he walked across to the other neutral corner, waved to the crowd, because he knew, as everyone did, is the term we sometimes use. But I mean, he was caught a couple of times before the finisher, but there was no way he was coming back from that one.
I mean, it was a gem, wasn't it? Look at this. Loading up. Fitzgerald didn't even see it coming. You alluded to that anyway, the hands so low, Fitzgerald couldn't see where those punches were coming from. And O'Sullivan knew, the rest of us knew, it was good night at that point. And amazingly, you know, the fighter's instinct was to try and get up, but the legs had just betrayed him completely. Well, it was one of those fights you just thought, well, anything could happen here. We could have a 10-rounder, or it could all be gone inside the first round, and we got the latter. But O'Sullivan, as you say, he swaggered out. On that first bell, it was just like, right.
A rivalry years in the making ended with just one decisive punch.
The yak stuff that was going on. They can be mates again, and that's good.
Gary Spike O'Sullivan.
Alexander Jalolov versus Jack Moloney.
If confidence wins fights, then Moloney has a legitimate shot.
Jack Moloney thought he could shrug off the punches of two-time Olympic gold medalist Alexander Jalolov.
Off the top of the show, that Jalolov really looks up to the Klitschko brothers in terms of his style. He said he takes the jab and the defense from Vladimir. And you notice the stance, very Vitaly Klitschko-like, and the aggression, although he hasn't shown it up to this point, kind of a southpaw version of the great 2018 Hall of Fame inductee Vitaly.
And now the mayor, of course, is Kiev.
He holds and then gets back on the outside with the long jab and tries to land that big left hand. That's what he's trying to do right now. He's trying to measure him.
Mid-fight, Moloney kept taunting, acting as if Jalolov's punches didn't hurt.
Jalolov told us he's been dropping people in sparring ahead of this fight with body shots, jabs, really anything he throws, but Big Jack's chin has held up to this point.
Jalolov wants Moloney to come to him. Little clash of heads there too in close quarter. And a good left hand in return. And now his legs have just betrayed him. He has virtually nothing left.
all Jalolov needs to land is one solid left hand, maybe two.
But Jalolov was just biding his time. By the 8th round, Mullah was on the mat.
That's what it's all about.
Look, he's got the foundation. He's got the size, the speed, the IQ.
Big left hand there, but otherwise still there. Good body shot. Drive him goes for the left hand. Started with the body, up for the left hand. That's it.
The big Uzbek waited patiently, but it was worth the wait. It took until the final round 8 here for Jalolov to finally put away Big Jack Malawahi, and boy, hurt him to the body as we mentioned, but coming back over the top with that left hand. Raul, it was there all night for him.
Yeah, and he finally, well, I think it was also a mix-up of, you know, Big Jack being tired, putting his hands down, being discouraged. Here we see the ending here. Look at that left hand to the body and then over the top. Big Jack dropped his hands and down he goes. And we hear it.
We heard it.
Yeah.
And he felt it.
His taunts silenced by Jalolov's skillful power.
And the obligatory. This is something that fighters do, and it's
that is the best.
It's
I love
with
to
good
see that.
reason.
Yes.
Good sportsmanship.
Arthur Abraham versus Germaine Taylor.
Check the gloves and go to your corners.
Germaine Taylor thought he could dance his way to victory against Arthur Abraham.
Side fight. With that in mind, it's an uppercut on the inside by Taylor. Another one followed by a left hook to the head. Good part of the round for Taylor. Missed with that sweeping left hook. Back comes Abraham, but didn't bother Taylor. That defense.
But soon realized that showmanship doesn't win fights.
It's off Taylor's head on the early going, Steve.
Well, you see it there. Abraham pouring it on. The fight starts as usual. When
runs out of gas, tests his endurance. Hard body shots by Abraham.
Given his lack of height.
Missing with a wild right, Arthur Abraham. Abraham only 5'9", but as we said earlier, good right hand flipped the head of Germaine Taylor. Saying, is it more physical or mental?
There by Taylor, he stepped inside when Abraham punched, and every one of those right hands is from the side.
And now Germaine Taylor.
The fight starts when Arthur Abraham says the fight starts.
He put a roll down in that tune-up. Round 5.
Abraham, some swelling over the right eye. He's really not a bleeder.
Puzzling to many. Long right hand by Abraham. That's starting to find a home. There's a straight right hand that pushes Taylor back. And that connected. That one missed.
As Taylor tired out, Abraham waited for the perfect moment.
The signs that Taylor might drop his gloves. It's Abraham who's boxing on the outside with his hands low at times.
Any punch, who knows? Here comes Abraham on the attack. Missing with the right, counter right by Taylor. Oh, what a right hand at Taylor! A right hand by Abraham, and Taylor's in trouble.
Fading, he has to accelerate if he wants to win this fight.
Body attack by Abraham. And he just, there's a body shot by Abraham, just keeps
fights here. This isn't the typical fight.
And in the final round, he unleashed a crushing right hand, sending Taylor to the canvas and showing him that fancy footwork won't save you from a knockout.
Only 2 fighters have won on points here.
Taylor needs a knockout. And down goes Taylor. What a shot! Do I really want to fight this guy?
And Steve, we were saying...
In a Misfits boxing match, YouTubers Deji and Fuzie squared off in a 4-round bout.
Last year, Deji said that Fuzie was going to be an easy opponent. He's changed his tune.
Fuzie, brimming with confidence, mocked Deji before the fight, claiming he would easily dominate.
He's a shredded and ready 100 pounds for London's own Deji.
I'm your last fucking chance. It's your last fucking chance. And you did not pick an easy fight. You called me an easy fight to the public. I want to see an easy fight. Smile all you want now. Your coach can smile for you all you want now. Show me an easy fight. I'm your last fucking chance. They ain't gonna be laughing like that at the end of the night, I know that. Everybody has a plan to let their hands go, but I don't think Deji's ever been touched in the way that I'm gonna touch him. And let him fly, show what he can, but as soon as he walks into it and he feels what I bring to the table, I think that plan's gonna go out the window.
But once the fight began, Deji had the upper hand, flooring Fuzie in the second round.
Deji's all over him here, and Fuzie's in a bit of trouble. That's how you gain respect.
And it's a left hand.
Poor stance from Deji, causing some problems for Fuzie. Not going to be an easy fight.
That's what he did against Teofimo Lopez in the first round. You can tell KSI, this is probably the fighter they want to see win the most.
So far.
He's shut right now, and he's swinging like a...
there.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Getting there and trade.
The one thing about Fuzie is you will have to nail him to the canvas. He showed in his fight against Slim when he wasn't even fit. He will take a beating and keep on coming. I know how tough Fuzie is, but you cannot keep taking this level of punishment here. His only hope, though, is that his gas tank is most likely going to be better than Deji's, considering all the cardio he's been doing. Ooh. We may see Deji in the next round slow to the lack of technical skill compared to Deji, what we're seeing in our first round. And he will not have sent Deji in there unfit.
Nice double.
Wow, he's looking fantastic, Deji.
He just keeps catching Fuzie.
Oh, good body shot. Tan to the body for the tank.
Lethal. This is fantastic for him.
Who knows if we can last to the fourth, maybe. Fuzie
showing he's still in it mentally, though. When he threw that 1-2,
Fuzie's telegraphing a lot of those shots before he's
running in place. Oh, big left.
There's another one.
Big left from Deji. Almost got caught clean again.
For all he's great at running.
Despite Fuzie's efforts to hold on, his corner threw in the towel, giving Deji his first professional win and proving Fuzie's arrogance costly.
Yeah, but he is still ready to roll.
He won't quit. That's the thing about Fuzie.
See if Deji can get his first professional win and his first...
Standing in the pocket, still throwing.
And they're going to throw
the towel is in! Deji's won!
And there you have it. Deji walks away with it.
In a showdown for the WBC FICAR Box lightweight title, Antonio Williams took on Brody Rodriguez.
Williams, white trunks with the...
Rodriguez, full of confidence and just straight up immaturity, taunted Williams during the fight.
The right back comes Rodriguez.
You bang
Rodriguez.
You bang went right to work. This kid is trying to knock Bang's head off.
Yeah.
And Bang said he wanted to knock his head off.
However, his cocky attitude was short-lived as Williams rocked him with a powerful body shot, sending him to the canvas.
Down goes Rodriguez.
Did I miss something?
Although Rodriguez managed to get up, Williams capitalized on the momentum and scored a knockout shortly after, leaving Rodriguez regretful of his antics.
No, referee Luis Pebón says it's a slip. So still in his first round, Bang trying to put some hurt on Rodriguez. Rodriguez, wild swing.
Fights like those Dominican guys do, they mean to get you.
Bang trying to finish things off here. goes Rodriguez again.
Right behind the heel.
And looks like the
Benicio. Body shot. The first shot was a body shot.
Rodriguez throwing wild and trying to mug and clown his way through the round.
The body shot hurt him. It better be good. That was the shot. Okay, no, he swung him back.
Well, he said that.
He backed him up.
Replay after replay, we're just okay. All right, there was something.
Antonio!
In a classic bout, Muhammad Ali defended his undisputed heavyweight title against Chuck Weapner.
The world heavyweight boxing champion.
Known for his gritty tactics, Weapner attempted to frustrate Ali with rough and dirty moves, including low blows and headlocks.
Right hand just grazed the chin of Weapner. Ali will be able to hit Weapner. Ali's got tremendous snap, tremendous hand speed. Moments of a round. There's a good right hand that goes just off the left cheek. There's a good, real good left hook. He's bouncing the left hand. That's about 3 in this round so far, right off the face from the nostril. There's that left jab right in the Weapner. Don't underestimate the speed and power and once. Big bouncing circles to the left. Jab of Ali. Weapner not concerned with the left jab at all. He just takes the punch.
In the 9th round, Weapner even managed a surprise knockdown.
Slips a punch to his left. Oh! A vicious shot to the rib of Muhammad Ali, and what a surprise! Chuck Weapner gets to the body of Muhammad Ali. A vicious right hand thrown by Weapner. Ali is now going to have to get off his punches and start to fight. This is no joke. Ali was surprised. Ali has horsed around, and he's been warned by his corner not to do that.
However, this only angered Ali, who responded with a relentless attack, eventually knocking Weapner out with less than 20 seconds remaining in the fight.
He's got Weapner in trouble. Weapner King comes out again. Weapner fighting for his life, but Ali's going back. Ali will come out. You'll watch him go to work in this round now because he doesn't like the fact that he was set on the camp. We're in round 10. Ali was down in round 9. We're in the 10th round. Ali scored. His knees are gone, but Ali is scoring with the good lefts, and I don't know if it means anything. Ali looked awkward that time, and haven't seen anything dirty at all as far as I'm concerned. Thrown from Weapner. Ali now picks up the pace. There's a couple of uppercuts, and here's the famous combinations of Ali. Has not been down. Ali in a surprise punch was flattened in the 9th round, but now Ali is definitely picking up the pace. Watch Ali pick up the pace now. There's a real vicious left hook, a right hand. Ali has the killer instinct in his eye. He wants a knockout. He smells a knockout. He is perfectly spotless. But Ali cannot drop this man. He'll try and catch him off balance if he can, and if he'll do it, he'll drop it. He hasn't been able to do it to this point. Ali knows he's in command. He knows he's in the lead. And again, Ali was knocked down in the 9th round. Since then, it's been no joking around for Muhammad Ali. He has tried to drop Weapner. There's a good combination. Weapner's ready to go. He's ready to go. Ali comes on. Weapner is staggering. He's out on his feet right now. There's the combination. Ali has his man in trouble. Weapner attempting to hang on viciously. He's trying to hang on. He's out on his feet. Ali puts him. A right hand off the left hook. Drops Chuck Weapner. The count is up to 4, it's up to 5, 6, 7, 8. The referee stops the fight. It'll be scored as a technical knockout.
Internet sensations Salt Papi and Ahmad Ferrari faced off in a scheduled 5-round bout.
Live on the zone, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight he is making his misfits box.
You're both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch the heads, kick them punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourselves at all times. Touch them up.
Ferrari mocked Papi endlessly during the build-up, trying to get under his skin.
I think people like him because people never like smart people and beautiful people. He's not beautiful and he's not smart. He's just a cool pig because he's running, standing in one place. He's a little funny.
No, he doesn't look strong. He doesn't look strong already, though.
Okay. No, he's just testing his strength. He's not that strong. Already own him.
No. Middle. Yeah. You like that?
I'm scared. Damn.
I'm not a fighter, I have killer mindset, I'm a real killer. So, that's the difference. I wanna knock him cold in the first 2 rounds. You don't have nothing to say, yeah, and you don't have nothing to do in our fight, you little cocksucker. Little cockroach. Prick.
Knock him out, sausage. Just hold it, sausage. Hold it, sausage. You're not a killer. If it wasn't for these people, you'd be dead. Yeah, you can't fuck with me, pussy.
That's with balls and dogs.
You a pussy, you call it sausage? I can rape you right now if I wanted to. I can rape you right now in front of all your Polish fans.
I can take you back.
I'll put a wig on you and make love
you to the cage.
You don't want to fuck with me in the cage, man. I will rape you in front of your family in Warsaw.
Wait till I meet you on the street.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Do it! Hey, fuck you! Fuck you! Hey, fuck
you! When the bell rang, Ferrari got overwhelmed by Papi's boxing skills.
Sal Papi! Can't bring him in the... Did you go too early and he didn't think of the long term?
No spoiling!
To fight in 5-minute rounds. Oh, and he's dangerous, Ferrari.
Ferrari slipped though.
He's fine, he's fine.
Oh, the caught and a knockdown. Wow. Flash your hands maybe on the inside.
I don't know, there was a little left hook that snuck in, it's hard to tell.
And now let's see the knockdown.
Yeah.
Round 2.
To sort of dominate this fight.
Oh, did catch him there, but to throw that right hand. Oh.
Ferrari.
Staring to left. Rather swinging. And there's your takedown. And woolly as we thought, and look as Ferrari's going to grind his forehead into the open cut of Papi.
You know, there's that old saying, you fight a boxer, and this is a fight right now. It's not a boxing match, and Sol Papi needs to, he's got one speed, this guy, 100%.
Beautifully here tonight.
By the 3rd round, Ferrari's corner threw in the towel, making his pre-fight arrogance look foolish as Papi claimed an easy victory.
One of these big, wild shots.
This guy, come on now.
That's egregious. That is just egregious.
Come on now, have some...
But listen, it gives him time to breathe.
This guy would rather do a takedown than quit. Come on now.
That's it. Quit on his stool. Sol Papi made him quit. Welcome.
British heavyweights Dillian Whyte and Derek Chisora renewed their rivalry in a heated rematch.
Now they meet all over again in a compelling rematch of their classic.
Chisora, determined to avenge his previous loss, insulted and taunted Whyte throughout the build-up.
Hey, Judge, come back. Fuck those fucking faces. Fuck off. Right here, you fucking suckers.
It's like this, man. Have you ever taken those pills, the laxative pills? You know, the ones you take, you pop, and you wait for 20 minutes, you go to the toilet, and they go through you? I'm gonna go through this man. I'm gonna go through him, and you shall see. That's my strategy. I'm gonna go through you. Don't think I'm a stupid man. You know?
I never said I was in the going road. You're twisting my word, my friend.
Well, what did you say then? Look at me in my eyes, and then if you think I'm a punk, you tell me right now. Because listen, I am the baddest man you ever meet. Yeah? Stay.
You're an idiot.
And AJ walked away with 3 million.
You're an idiot.
Who's the idiot?
You're an idiot.
Who's the idiot?
You're an idiot. I got
Who's the
250
donkey?
grand.
Who's the donkey?
You look like
Who is the donkey now?
You look like one now.
Who is the donkey
you look like
now?
One now? Trust me, I got more
You're
than that.
a goat.
I got more than
so
that.
you want me to put it on you? I'll put it on you, pussy. I'll put it on you. I'll put it on you, pussy.
Easy.
Early in the fight, Chisora tried to bully White with rough tactics, but White countered effectively.
We want to see, this is big boy boxing. Oh, they know what's on the line. He didn't go in with the instinct. He took his time.
An improvement in the last couple of years, and that was a nice.
We'll be on the end of that jab, just like that, and they're hurtful. Yeah, that's right. I mean, Chisora seems to be effective when he is big and he's carrying a bit more weight.
Into practice tonight.
Looking for the moments in Monaco, but then that dramatic victory over Carlos Takam. He sat back on the right.
There's a short little uppercut there from Dylan Watt. Sit back behind the jab, maybe look for the uppercut like he did there.
Surely a shot at one of the world heavyweight champions in 2000.
Move that ahead, and White will slip the shots over and miss. And when he gets there,
just the head, says Marcus McDonnell. He has it with a stylistically gelling again so beautifully.
Really nice. I mean, the body shots.
And as we said, it's the fight of two.
White just missing. White.
They are both throwing haymakers.
Oh, big shot!
Swinging the mitts, pushing
here from Chisora.
Thunderous action, what we wanted.
Well, we asked for round 13, and that's what we've got.
You have to remember, this is only the
throwing so much leather early, really driving these punches. There's the uppercut again from White as they go toe-to-toe.
Make it an easier fight for Chisora. Well, we can see Dylan White down. One is tactician and technical boxing, but sometimes you just get drawn into a scrap.
To hold his feet and meet Derek Chisora as he came, but these bodies, I don't want to get caught on them big headshots. And the other's nice.
To the public.
Here comes Chisora again, and White answers. Seek and destroy, said Derek Chisora. Even then, when
to sit back and have a bit of a breather.
Is he caught? Surprise the bookies.
Ooh, that was
right there. Just a reminder, late on, back. No dancing going on in there. Beautiful brutality as the two go toe-to-toe. They must, and it is now 2 points off for Derek Chisora.
That's a devastating effect of the 2 points deducted.
In the 11th round, White landed a devastating left hook that knocked Chisora out cold, ending their feud.
Dramatic style, and our attention goes to Derek Chisora, who's being
Andre Berto was no stranger to cocky trash talk before stepping into the ring against Victor Ortiz. Berto's confidence was sky high, convinced he could walk right through Ortiz.
146.8 for Berto. 146. Main event, ladies and gentlemen, Ortiz Berto 2. Hey, stand by, guys. Thank you. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Thank you. Let's have a word, Victor. Stand by. Stand by. Hey, Victor. What you see right now as you looked into Victor's eyes? It's time to go. That's it. What's your prediction? It's time to eat. Let's get it.
But Ortiz had other plans. Throughout the fight, Ortiz used smart movement and devastating power punches to keep Berto off balance.
Bradley and Alec.
There you see the legs. That's why he's in the ropes, because of the legs. Focus, and this is the type of guy that I hate to go in the ring.
But so far in the first round, Berto is busier, and down goes Berto on a hard left hand by Ortiz, and Michael Ortega is not going to rule it with a big right hand. Ortiz walks through it, keeps throwing. Berto blocking the shot.
Taking his time, he's trying to land one or two short punches. There you go, those short, compact punches.
We wait to see if and painted twice. Now he lands the right hand. Come on, if you want to brawl, let's really brawl.
But you let the guy keep throwing those punches. He's playing the numbers game. Sooner or later, he's a lot. He wouldn't have went down there had I been hit.
Berto staggered again. Straight left hand by Ortiz. And Berto does go down in the corner this time, so now Ortiz has the credit for the knockdown that he didn't get the first time around.
And that's the way he's fighting.
2 more hard shots. Another right hook for Ortiz.
It's his whole state of mind coming into this fight that he was facing. And
Berto has his composure back.
Yeah, very explosive. And he still, Ortiz wasn't hurt that bad when he got up as compared to the way Berto was when he went down.
Uppercut lands.
He's going to go.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't know why he kept motioning him in, because every time Berto was
motioning, his legs is not that straight right now, and he needs to rope.
Comments recently, quoting Mike Tyson.
The blow landed anywhere above the waist, and it did, even if it was a grazing blow.
Maidana ultimately got the better of him physically in the fight.
Berto,
terrific right hand shot in the corner, but Ortiz took it. Ortiz is a man on a mission.
And he's tired.
Big left hand by Berto. Ortiz walked right through it.
The way he did.
All of Ortiz's punches are very...
There's the right hand again, and now Berto has a knockdown.
That's an official knockdown, but it was probably...
surprised by that.
I'm stunned. Berto pastes Ortiz. Ortiz is trying to land one more big right hook. Third.
See that look in his eye, that I will not be determined. I will not be losing tonight.
Who was basically a right-hander.
Berto has a look of concern in his eye. Ortiz is trying to get rid of him right here.
This will be a very
fest, which has taken place so far, but they're back to slugging again.
But
he's still leaning against the ropes for support.
This is a dangerous weapon you have. Throw it straight.
Right, as though he just needs one punch to change it all.
Ortiz the punch with the right hand.
Ortiz's legs are very weak here. This is the 6th round. It was the round that he lost Jersey off the English coast.
You and Tyler get a little excited.
Thank you.
Does anybody think
another pair of big shots?
Well, he probably should have been fighting all the time.
This was part of the mantra for Ortiz coming into the fight.
Start for him, or is it just Ortiz?
I think it's Ortiz.
By the middle rounds, Ortiz had knocked Berto down multiple times, forcing Berto to rethink his overconfidence.
Now Ortiz is gonna...
Oh my God!
Unbelievable! What a fight! George...
A kind of...
I've worked with him when I was training Eminem. We was talking about that.
7:55, 4 rounds to 2, Victor Ortiz. You know, Jim, let's talk about round 6.
Oh my God.
I do like the way he breaks them up quickly and doesn't let those clinches go on. Big box office attraction.
Another stratosphere. And fans will not be able to wait to see him back in the ring.
There's never been any lack of power in the punches.
To rescue his position in the welterweight division.
Ortiz right now, I think, is the welterweight champion of the...
Step back.
And new WBC welterweight champion of the world, Vicious Victor